Okay, to create a header image, what we can do is come up to the top again, hover over the top so this blue bar emerges. We can click on the plus, we can click on this one, we can add a container, we can start doing things with it, but I want to do something easier. I'm going to delete that section. We're going to do this again. We're going to open things up here, but instead of clicking this red circle, we're going to click this one over here that says Add Template, where we're brought to a library that has different templates. And as I explain in the tutorial, we're going to click on, usually I would go here to blocks and look for a hero image, which they should have here, and choose one of those, like this one up here, because this one is free. It doesn't have this pro thing on it. But I actually saw this one that I like that's on a page, and so I'm going to click on the page, and then I'm going to insert this entire page, and this, yeah, this should just work. Oh no. Then I got this one, connect your site to a template library. I guess you can do whatever you want with that one. Connect, and now this should hopefully work. There we go. Come on. Okay, and it went ahead and inserted that entire page into my website. But as I say in the tutorial, we don't want the entire page. So what we're going to do is delete the sections that we don't want, like this. Get rid of all of them until, oops, I didn't mean to do that. I made a mistake. You can either click Control-Z, or down here is a history section removed. I didn't want to do that. I'm going to go back one. There we go, it's back. Okay, so as you can see, you've got an image here, and then there's this little space here for something. Okay, so basically, if we click on this container right here, and then click Style, we can see that this image is in the background of this container. And what we want to do is to place text inside the container, as it'll then appear on top of the image. So we'll take the heading widget over here. I clicked in that box, and then I'm going to drag and drop the heading. I'm going to put in my title, The Japanese in Pre-War Southeast Asia. That's too small. Let's see, I'm going to, again, you can click inside, click Style, click Color. I'm going to go for black. Again, I always like to turn it down a tiny bit. And then I'm going to make a big size. What size should I make this? I can use the scale, but on this one, it kind of depends more on the way the image looks. I'm just going to make it big like that, maybe. Oh, that's good. Okay. Then I'm going to click out of here. One thing that really helps when you have text over an image is to give a little shadow to the text like this. That can sometimes help make it more visible. If you don't like it, you can just click on that to undo it. But I like that right there like that. Okay, that's looking pretty good, I think. Let me check the preview here. Sometimes, yeah, maybe that's sticking out a little too much. Oh, it's going to be on a smaller screen. Yeah, let me try this. One thing you can do is to reduce the width of this one as well. And so what I can do is I can click inside the text box again, go to Advanced, and go to the padding here. I'm going to put that on percentage, and then I'm going to just move this. Yeah, that might be good. Something, I don't know. You can play around with what you think you like. That's probably too, okay, let's leave it like that for now. And then, so once you've got text over your background image, the next thing you want to do is to replace that background image. And you can find something on Google, or as we showed in class, you can use the snipping tool to, say, cut an image from the documents you've been looking at, and then you'd click on the container, go into Style, and click here to choose an image, and you can then upload an image from your computer. If you get a kind of message over here when you do that says error, that does happen sometimes, and it's a kind of glitch in WordPress. I find the only thing I can do is just exit WordPress and then log in again and try again. But once you have an image there, it will, you can then do some more things to adjust it. For instance, you can go to this thing, background overlay, and you can choose a color to put over your image, something like that. I mean, that doesn't look that great, but you get the idea. Then you can determine how dark you want that color to be. There are some modes down here, blending modes, where you can determine how you want the color to blend with the image behind it. You can play around with those things. Then finally, in this image that we have, there's this line down here at the bottom. And that's because the person who made it put this thing here called a shape divider. And it's at the bottom of the image, so we need to click on bottom. And you see it's a shape divider called an arrow. You can turn that off, or alternately, you could look around and see if maybe there's something there you like. I don't see what this one is. Ah, okay. Ooh, look at that. All kinds of different things you can do. Like I said, you might not want anything at all, and that's totally fine. That'll look very clean. But if you want to try playing around with that, you can. And in the end, you'll have your image with a title and your text below it, and then just click Update to save everything, and you should be in good shape.